begins. Another day, the battle within. Rust and grit, a story told. In every wrench, the spirit bold. Cutting sparks in the fading light, turning wrong into something right. Gasoline dreams of burning fire, pushing limits, climbing higher. This is my way, the only truth. Forging the garage in my youth. Welding seems a brand new start. Passion pumping through my heart. No turning back, no compromise. Reflected glory in my eyes. This is my way, the only sound on hallowed metal ground.
What is going on? Well, hopefully you enjoyed the last video, or you tolerated it. Either or, I appreciate it greatly. Oh yeah, you should look up my buddy's page, Prince Auto Mods. Maybe go to his merch store, buy some merch, a hat, or maybe a koozie, or some stickers. Or if you just want to donate him a lot of money, go right ahead. Pretty sure he'll take it. But anyways, we're going to start on the electrical today, and I talked a little bit about it in the last video about how I'm going this route, and this is not exactly how I thought it was. So we're going to go a little bit different route with that, but it's okay because I'm gonna figure it out. I'm not going to let it whoop me. But anyways, basically this one's got way too many fuses and all that stuff, and I'm going to try to make it work to the best of my abilities and be really nice and fancy and clean. We want it to function and look good. So all the wires came out this side, so we're going to notch this side. So we got all the power coming out like that. So I could run it on the wall and put the loom on it, make it real fancy. But then it takes my whole thing is, and I'm going to have to run wires back out to certain things for controlling. Because if you're not familiar how a relay works, this particular relay has 4 prongs. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. I said that right? Yeah, something like that. Anyways, the way these relays work is you have a constant power, you have a ground, and then you have the signal wherever it goes to, and then it has an ignition or switch power. So you have a switch for, like, we'll just say for compressors. You would have one stud, one pole that is constant power straight to the battery. You have one that's to a chassis ground. Then you have the power side of your compressors. And then you would have a power coming from your switch or your control module, switch, whatever, pressure switch, however you want to put it. There's different ways you can do it. It's pretty much up to you. But we're going to run that. But on that note, you've seen the conglomeration that maybe I'll put a little picture of it right in here of the the wiring harness I was going to use. They didn't mark nothing. They didn't give me a wiring diagram or anything. Like, nothing's marked. So that's basically why I'm getting away from that. So with this, guess what? Nothing's marked. But I don't have 2,900 feet of wire that I didn't wire up to figure out. Well, basically for this job, we're going to need some different tools. But mainly, got your voltmeter, multimeter, however you want to call it. So you can test your continuity and ground and all that stuff. I like to use some little jumper wires. You get them from Hobo Freight. Put a little magnet on the back of them, helps you too. But that basically, if you're just trying to test the circuit out before you hook it up to the battery and all that, you can use this and your multimeter to check continuity. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, it doesn't matter what kind of tool you got, but this is my favorite of all time test light. It's from Snap-on. It was way too much. It was way too expensive for what it does, but it works. Granted, the little thing back here, I had to tape it up like many moons ago. But anyways, yeah, I spent way too much money on that. And this one actually has a digital meter on there that goes up to 24 volts. I used to work on big equipment, and I just love the crap out of this thing. It works amazingly. So we're going to use it today too. Also, get you some good crimps and all that stuff. I don't have any strippers. They get here at 5. No, I don't have any strippers at the moment. I will be putting some up here. Get you some tape, so because you're going to be making the wire harness, so you need to kind of like remind yourself where you're going at with it. We will put some electrical tape here and there. I don't want to electrical tape this whole thing. That to me just looks really crappy. Granted, I've done it 1,000,005 times on my own vehicle. We're going to try to not do that this time. That wire I got last time, I put it in a little fancy thing I had. Got some color coded, something like that. Heat shrink. I have some more heat shrinking over in the cabinet over there. And of course, my awesome loom that I really, really, really like. Can't go wrong with a mini blowtorch. Try that again. For the loom and stuff. Yeah. We're upgrading a Hank here. Now I'm going to tell you, I've had a lot of these different kits. I preferably like what they call Diamond Etch or the OG style lights. They fit really good. I have in old blue, the 77 Toyota I had. I put these in there. Of course, that was the 4-inch or 5-inch, 4 of them. I got 4 of these, the 5-inch in Christine. They're composite, so you can put your LEDs and all that stuff in there. We're going to be putting these in Hank because those are 19 something or other crappy ones that are dim, and I'm already halfway blind. But we're going to put these in there. This kit off Amazon, I'll have to look for the link, put it down maybe in the description or something like that, or somewhere in the video. But it actually came with the harness and a set of H11 LED bulbs for a Hondo, I think. Or maybe it was just under a Hondo. I'm not sure. I got them a while back. Anyways, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And the best part is they glass. They ain't plastic. So you ain't got to worry about them fading. Put those in there safely. We don't want to break them. And with this setup, got a couple different things. Main thing with this is ignition. Without ignition, you no go nowhere. And I'll be dipped in crap and rolled in breadcrumbs. AutoZone had a brand new factory style ignition switch and lock key tumbler with a brand new key, which is totally freaking awesome. Oh. It came with some fancy keys that look just like the Ford ones. But that's awesome because we can start with a new one because the other one in there is kind of crap and it was all kind of bugger rigged and all that good stuff. I'm going to say that a lot more. I don't care. Anyways, and also for the ones that don't know what this is a high-low switch, or it's known as a dimmer switch or something like that. I don't know. I don't care. This car had a spot for one, and it apparently had rotten out with the part of the floor pan that I had to replace. So it is no mo bueno go. So it's gone. But I picked up these at my, I ain't going to say local, but I picked these up at a swap meet. Pretty much a universal dimmer switch, and then this little headlight switch. It's a higher amp. It's a 75 amp. With LEDs, it won't really matter about too much. But I'm kind of like to the point where I want it to work and work like it kind of was supposed to from the factory. So I have one in the car already. And this one was sitting in the trunk hatch or whatever. Factory style headlight switch. So with these, apparently they don't make them anymore. And the people that do make them want a lot of effing money for it. So we're not going to give them any money. We're going to use the ones that are in the car. Worst case scenario, we're going to use the little cheap aftermarket one. It not that fancy. I mean, it matches the other two that are there, which we won't be using those. But I did find out after cussing and hollering, because this one didn't have the little hole in the bottom, that I released it. It's actually up top. Push that down, voila. But when you have giant sausages fingers like myself, it's kind of hard because it sits up in there in the dash like that. I'm trying to get that up in there at a 90 and plus 180, and then it's got a fuse on the back that's broken and it cut my finger. I got a boo-boo. No one cares. I wish someone would care. Anyways, we got those to put on. Stop. And of course the wire. I do have some taillight lenses wherever they are. Hopefully they're not broken. They're right there. I am going to have to do a little repairing on those. Those are hard to find and also expensive. Go figure. Old car parts, hard to find. But we're going to run tail lights, brake lights, well, running lights, brake lights. I'm going to go ahead and run the wires for the turn signals and all that stuff. Eventually, well, the wires will be there. I'm not going to have them in there. And then we're going to try to get the blower motor and all that stuff. We just got to decipher, or I got to decipher this. So there's going to be a lot of hyperlapse video of me standing around acting like I'm completely lost and confused. And it will be correct. But I'm figuring it out. Because that's what I do, and I'm not smart, think fast. I smart, not think. Oh, yeah, forgot about the ADD too. And also, let's not forget my pretty tachometer. Got to put that in there. Ooh, boy. Did I lose the pigtail for it? No. Oh, I lost my screws. I lost me bloody screws. That's crappy. They're somewhere. Maybe right there. I don't know. Okay. Anyways, we're going to do that. So, let's get to the hyperlapse.
Building speed, defying all law, burning rubber, the sound of the fight, race fuel pumping into the night. This is my world, built from the ground, no turning back, no turning around. Dragon frame on chrome and steel, doing it my way, making it real, raising hell for dare. That's the creed, planting the seeds for ultimate speed, trying to be like Biff, pushing the line. This roaring
Jackson had to came up here with Brent, get some wheels for a new project. But making a stop over here at Fresh Air Barbecue. We've never ate there before, but as we were driving by, yeah,
making it real, raising hell for Dale, that's the creed, planting the seeds for ultimate speed, trying to be like Biff, pushing the line. This roaring engine, truly divine. Welding torch, a searing bright glow, crafting power, watching it grow. Every bolt tied end.
well, me and Brent finally made it to Fresh Air. We're gonna find this out. See the Crown Vic here, Brent? No, can't cut it up. Dude wants to cut up every freaking Crown Vic and Mercury seat.
Dragon frame on chrome and steel,
Oh, it's gonna be amazing.
doing it my way, making it real, raising hell for Dale, that's the creed, planting the seeds for ultimate speed, trying to be like Biff, pushing the line. This roaring engine, truly divine. Some say we're crazy, some say we're blind, but passion like this.
What is going on? So I think I'm going to end this video off kind of short. The weather here has been kind of crappy. Been doing other little things. Went with Brent to go pick up some wheels this weekend, and I need to get into the habit of getting my videos out on a particular day during the week, and I just have to get better at making them better for every week. But good thing is I've got the ignition switch, all that stuff wired in, new fuse box. I have the fan on my ignition switch with a relay, and we can go right here now with the key switch and go, ooh. I do have a thermistor switch that works as a ground, so I'll put that into the ground and all that. Eventually, I got to get a bushing for this Torker Edelbrock intake, so the thermistor switch will go down in there. But only thing wire-wise I have to do, gotta just basically plug in my dash lights and stuff. And these, take a wild guess what that red wire is. That red wire is the power wire to the headlight switch. Did a little test probe there. I was told the headlights and all that worked. You know how I know that wasn't the correct representation? It's because there wasn't no headlight wires going to it. Yay! But anyways, I'm wiring all that, making all the wires. Anyways, got to wire up the headlights, high beam, low beam. I got my dimmer switch here. This is a pretty simple dimmer switch. It's universal. I got it at Moultrie. But basically that wire right there, that's your power in feed. Boom, click it, goes out this side. You click it the other way, boom, goes out that side. There's your high and low. This is an H4 bulb. So it's got the 3 prongs, one common, and then you got your high beam and low beam. And then got my brake light switch already wired up. Got the wires ran all the way back here in the back. Over here, come here. Yep, right here. Got my brake light wires and all that ran back, That's from my parking lights, from my brake lights. I did run wires back here for the turn signals, but we ain't gonna hook them up yet because the multifunction switch is not hooked up yet. And it's probably not gonna be hooked up for a minute. But the fuse boxes that I had, all 465 of them, I'm not using them. Got the one from AutoZone, the little small fuse box or block, we'll call that. Put that under there and it's gonna work great. I put an ignition power to it. I have the other ones fused up for as far as constant. So everything is fused and as it should be. So, and I don't know, I doubt it'll start up first time. He's a cold one and it is freezing in here. You get the gist of it. I am in a closed area. I don't want to die. But yeah, that. I'm going to get me a radio eventually. I got wires that go to the radio as far as ignition and constant power and a ground. But yeah, as far as that, we'll be good. And then we got to put down the kick table and I'll be dipped in crap and rolled in breadcrumbs. We are on the road, baby. But before I end this video off, I want to give a shout out to a guy. He reached out to me on the social, the media, and he hooked me up with something, and I can't thank him enough. If you don't know what that is, that, my friends and colleagues and YouTube people and Facebook people, tripod people, is a 700 R4. Oh, Derek, but you have a Ford wagon and a Falcon and a Galaxy. The Galaxy is going to have a 350 that's sitting over in the corner. So now we have a 700 R4, exactly the transmission that I wanted to put in Christine to get her a good highway mile, make her even a better cruiser. Boom, shakalaka. And I wanted to thank him, and I want you to go check him out on YouTube. He just started him a YouTube channel. He gave me a sticker here, even though I thought it was a gnome at first, but it's an elf. Boom. Angry Elf Performance. Check him out. He's got a couple videos. He's got a really cool 66, 65 C10 he's working on. It's got full air ride. Awesome truck. Interior looks good in it. Bag setup is 4-link, just nonchalant, just to the point, have fun. And then he's got, how I met him was he's got a little Toyota pickup with a turbo LS in it. Yeah, that's I just need to drive it one time. One time. I mean, it might be all that's left, but there ain't gonna be no tires left. But anyways, he hooked me up. Man, I appreciate it a lot. Thank you again. Oh man, that gets me kind of antsy and want to work on Christine even more now. But first, got to get damn Hank going. And yeah, then we're gonna do a little loving to Velvet, get her going. And then we're gonna get Christine in here and we're gonna start ripping every bit of wiring, all the interior out. We're not gonna rip the interior out because we're gonna put it back in. Gonna redo all the air line. We're gonna do hard line. I got stainless steel line. I want to do a bunch of stuff to it. We're gonna do different style tanks, and it's not gonna be an overnight deal by no means because my pocket's empty. Cause you know that reference. You're a car guy. But yeah, went up, got the transmission. Went with Brent to get him some wheels for old Betty or ugly Betty there. We're getting that much closer. So, hey man, this weather's just cold. I didn't want to get out here and do it. But I'm going to force myself to do it. It is what it is. But other than that, lights, kick down. I'm not worrying about a horn at the moment because my horn button's all floppity and flooped. But I think I'm going to go with the Grant style steering wheel. You know, keep it to what I want to do. And then we'll be on the road, man. And I think that's it. Yeah. I just want to thank you to the Angry Elf Performance again. Awesome. I mean, that was I wasn't expecting that. And also, one other thing did happen. I'll put the little clip of it right here. Yeah, that's one of my dream cars, or the other part of one of my dream cars, going away. So not only did I trade off Scarlet, my '53 Chevy Bel Air, for the '63 Falcon, known as Velvet, for my son, I still had Evelyn, you've always seen it in the background, '53 Bel Air with a '54 Chevy Bel Air, or Chevy front end. One of my dream cars is a '54 Chevy. Well, yeah, that video was it leaving here. It is no longer here. So now I am holy crap, I think I am a Ford guy. Let me get a drink. That's a hard realization that you might actually be a Ford guy. Ugh. But anywho, yep. So I guess he could call me a Ford guy. But anyways, Evelyn's gone. No more Chevys, no more Bel Airs. Frowny face, but oh well, it happens. Life. And yeah, we got a couple little local events that are going to come up. Hopefully, ain't no hopefully. Hank's going to be running by the next one that I want to go to, which I think it's there's going to be Cars and Coffee and there's something else. Just kind of run up there, get a little in-town stuff first before we go completely crazy with something. And then, of course, we got the one in Jackson, we got the one in Jefferson, Jacksonville, and yada, yada, yada. And there's a couple other ones in between there. But been talking to a couple of the guys in the club. We've kind of faded off doing stuff as a club together. Not bad, but we need it. We're gonna get back to it. We're gonna see about doing what we used to do. It's just get together and go ride and go eat somewhere. Ate Fresh Air Barbecue for the first time for me. Ate the original one that was there since 1929, which has been a hot minute. And there in Jackson, man, that Brunswick stew was good. It's good for losing weight. Let's put it that way. At least for me, it was. But yeah, gonna do a lot more stuff, and a couple people have sent me some flyers for different shows and all that stuff. Thank you. And there's been a couple of them that I would love to attend to, but I'm in the state of Georgia. I'm not on the east or the west coast or Midwest or whatever. I'm smack dab in the middle of Georgia. The ideal part of Georgia being middle is actually in the middle of Georgia. You can't say Atlanta is middle Georgia. I don't get it. But anyways, yep. You got any cruise-ins or anything that's kind of local to me? I ain't scared of driving a little ways. I just don't want to drive 3 hours for a couple hour event or a half day event. You know what I mean? But anyways, thank y'all for watching up to this point in the videos you've been doing. Thank you to the subscribers. Thank you to the new subscribers. Thank you to the old ones. If you could give me a like, hit that little bell if you haven't yet. Share it to your friends. Share it to your mom. Share it to your mom's friend, your dad's friend, whoever. Just share it. Just share it. Share it. And we'll see you out on the road, hopefully. I need another drink. Oh boy.
Okay. You see that, Hank? Get your shit together. You're next.